Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be get ready with me to do absolutely nothing, basically, and a question and answer. So I posted on Instagram like one of those little question boxes, and I said that I was gonna be answering the questions in my YouTube video. So here it is. This is not a makeup tutorial. I'm gonna be talking about the makeup that I'm using. I'm gonna be showing you the products that I'm using, but it's just gonna be like makeup and get to know me all in one. And these questions were based on like what my Instagram followers asked me. I mean, if you give a fuck about little old me. So yeah, without further ado, I guess let's hop right into it. Well, hello again. Let's not talk about the drastic difference that we just witnessed. I'm just gonna start getting ready. I'm not really doing anything except for maybe going to Target later with my sisters. So since I'm recording with my phone, I'm gonna use my sister's phone, my sister's old phone. She's at work. I'm just gonna read straight down the line of these questions on Instagram. Of course, there's a hot ass mixture of head asses all throughout, so I'm gonna do my best to just skip over those questions, but these are actually really good questions. Like, some of them are actually really deep. So yeah, I'm excited, kind of scared to answer all of these, but I am gonna answer all of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna start with my makeup. So my face is feeling a little dry today. I actually am kind of dry skinned. I used to be really dry skinned, but now I'm kind of like combination. Today I'm feeling extra dry. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Cover FX water. Light is trying to fuck me up right now. Water Cloud Primer. Okay, so first question, would you recommend vacationing to Colorado? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, I haven't really traveled many places. In fact, when I went to Colorado for the first time, that was the first time I had ever actually even been on a plane. I absolutely love Colorado. I was in Colorado Springs both times that I went. It is so fucking beautiful. Like, everywhere that you look, mountains. I loved the vibe. I'm all about vibes, and I loved Colorado's vibe. So next I'm gonna do my foundation, and I'm in like this awkward stage where I'm kind of tan, but I'm kind of not. I'm gonna mix two foundations, and what I'm gonna use, Smashbox Studio Skin 15-hour wear hydrating foundation. And even though this is a hydrating foundation, it actually dries kind of matte, and I'm gonna mix it with my Makeup Forever HD. These kind of have the same finish, but they're two different colors. Like, I have two different colors, so that's why I'm gonna mix them. The Smashbox one is a little bit too dark for me at the moment, I think. This is showing up so yellow on camera, and now I like feel other YouTubers struggle where they're like, I promise this is not actually this yellow. It's really not. It's really fucking not. Okay. Told you I was scared. So the next question is pro-life or pro-choice? Pro-motherfucking choice. It is 11:21 a.m. and I am in fact drinking wine, because why the fuck not? Okay, so I'm gonna do my concealer now, and I'm gonna be working out of these little sample jars. The only concealer that I have that's actually in its container is the Fenty concealer, and I'm sorry, I love Rihanna, but I'm not really a fan of her makeup products. I do love her setting powder. But anyways, I'm not gonna use that fucking concealer because I hate that concealer. So the concealer that's in these sample cups is my absolute favorite of all time, which is the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. It comes in a jar, so you still have to work like off a brush like this. And a lot of time, you guys, I don't even wear concealer. I just use a brightening powder underneath my eyes, because concealer is just that one step that you like really have to take a lot of time on. I don't fucking have time. But we're gonna do it today because we got time today. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going down these questions, or else I'm literally not gonna get finished. When are we getting married? I don't believe in marriage. I'm totally kidding. Okay, so next question is, do you want more kids? I do not want any more kids. I mean, there are a couple reasons why, but I just love my daughter so much, and I know this is crazy to say, but I love her so much that like I don't want to share the love with another kid. Like, people will tell me that not giving a child a sibling is really hard for them because being an only child is hard. And like, I kind of get it, because I don't know what the fuck I would do without my sisters. Like, maybe I'm being selfish. Yeah, I don't want any more kids. This Real Technique sponge is life. I have used a regular beauty blender. They are kind of different, but I still prefer this one because first of all, this one is $6 and the beauty blender is $20. Who the fuck gonna pay $20 for a sponge? If you do, I mean, God bless you and everything, but why? Was lip injections the first thing you got done? Do you want anything else done? Yes, lip injections are the first. I would definitely continue to get my lips done. I would get a tit job because I have 0 tits and mom tits. And then I'd also probably get some nose filler because it recently dawned on me that I think I broke my nose when I was 8 years old at Chuck E. Cheese because I realized that it's kind of crooked and I was like, what the fuck have I done to my nose throughout my life? And I remember something that happened to me at Chuck E. Cheese, but I'm not gonna mention it right now because it's a long story and we got a lot of questions to get through. So Botox in my forehead, in between my eyebrows and like right here, because I feel like that really does wonders for people and it's preventative against wrinkles. Okay, but the next step in my makeup process, I am gonna use the Fenty Beauty setting powder. So this is the lavender shade, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the reason why I got this one is because Jaclyn Hill said it was the shit. Okay, so next question is, how long have you worked at Sephora? How do you like it? I mentioned this in my last video. I've worked there for going on 3.5 years. I'm actually gonna talk about this for a second. When I first started at Sephora, my baby was 3 months old. The Sephora that I work at, I got hired before it even opened. When I was in training, they were still literally building the store. First of all, when I interviewed for Sephora, the beauty manager at the time was Brandon, and he could beat the fuck out of a face. Like, it was one thing to hear his voice over the phone. He didn't really sound intimidating. He was really, really sweet. But when I walked in for the interview and saw this man, I was like, oh my God, he's so beautiful. His face looks amazing. Like, I was so intimidated. I felt like I did absolutely terrible in the interview, but I ended up getting the job, obviously. Since my baby was 3 months old, I don't know if that's like too late for postpartum depression, but I was very depressed. I had been with the father of my child for I think 2.5 years. You know, like when you're in a long-term relationship, that person is kind of like your best friend, but you know, you don't really hang out with a lot of your friends because like you're with your best friend and you, I don't want to say too much. I kind of have an emotional connection to Sephora just because it was such a blessing for me, because the people that I got hired with are amazing fucking people. That's the first time in like years that I had like real solid friends, and I was like, wow, this is nice, because like I was dealing with so much at home. Life was fucking sucking, but I loved to go to work. Alexis, I love you so much. You're literally like a sister to me, and you will be one of my best friends for the rest of my fucking life. And then Karen's also one of my forever friends. So happy to have met her. I just did Tyler's makeup for her wedding. Tyler, love you so much. I had a friend named Christina who was a little bit older than me. Christina, if you're watching this, I just want you to know you literally were someone that I looked up to so much, and I will be forever thankful for your friendship, and I will forever wish you and your husband and your fur babies nothing but happiness, because you really did a lot for me. Let me stop. Now it's been 3.5 years since I got hired there, and I've been promoted since then, so I don't get to do like really the fun stuff anymore. Nowadays, I don't really like my job, but I'm still like, I try to still be grateful for the fact that I even got hired there in the first place, because like I said, like it was one of the best things to ever happen to me. These wrinkles are driving me nuts. Y'all can tell I'm a really emotional person, right? So I'm gonna go ahead in my next step with my makeup, and I'm gonna use the new Hoola Caramel by Benefit. Favorite bronzer at the moment. Fucking love this shit. You know, I'm not really like too much of a Benefit fan either. Like they got a few bomb ass products, but yeah, I don't really fuck with Benefit like that. Can you comment about how you started with fitness and all that stuff? So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I have been like inconsistent with working out since I had my daughter. Like obviously pregnancy does a lot of fucked up shit to your body. So I started out with dance fitness, and that's how I initially lost post-baby tummy. It's not like completely gone. I'm still rocking the mom bod pretty strong. So I would say if you're looking for advice, and working out is hard, it hurts, not really fun like while you're doing it. The fun part is when you look in the mirror and you're starting to see the results that you wanted. It just takes being consistent, and honestly being consistent is my biggest struggle. I don't know, I'll go like 3 days without going to the gym and it just puts me right back down in the hole. I'll feel like I've lost like all progress, and it completely like kills my motivation. So if you want to start, then start and don't give up, because it really does work. Yeah, other than that, I don't really have any advice because I'm still trying to help myself. Are you single? It's always, are you single, not can I bring you some Taco Bell to work. So the blush I'm gonna be using is the MAC blush. The color is Prism. I love MAC blushes. Like if I could use like only one brand of blushes for the rest of my life, it would be MAC blushes. I'm definitely getting a little tipsy. Oh Lord. I love you, baby. Bree here. She said her own name, so that doesn't count. I love you too. Craziest thing that, I think she meant to say, craziest thing that popped into your head after having a baby. I'm someone who like worries about everything. I'm really paranoid about a lot of shit. So there was probably a lot of crazy things that popped into my head. Oh my God, like she's really here. I'm about to be a mom. Please don't drop her. The craziest part was just like actually being a mom. Like she's gonna grow up and call you mom. Who is your celebrity crush? Well, I have a few. Miguel, J. Cole, The Weeknd. So I recently watched When They See Us, and I was totally mind-fucked that the guy who plays Corey Wise is the only one of them who played both roles, as in like younger Corey and older Corey. And oh my God, like if Jarrell Jerome wants kids with me, I'll have all the kids. Jacqueline, Haley, Jerome. How many sisters do you have? I have 2 sisters, and I love them both so much. We're all actually really, really close. My younger sister, I'm the middle child. My younger sister is 18, and my older sister, oh my God, I did not just forget her age again. She's 28, right? She's 28. If you could meet one person, dead or alive, who would it be? Jacqueline, Roxanne, Hill. I don't know, like, if I have stressed enough how much I love Jacqueline Hill, but I love and adore Jacqueline Hill, and I will meet her one day before I die. I will support anything that she does. All this bullshit that y'all trying to say, I don't hear it. Like what? What's your fave food? Cause I'm trying to take you out. Me and you ain't going nowhere. I love Mexican food. I will try like any Mexican place. If it's Mexican, count me in. My friend Karen made some bomb ass enchiladas for a friend's giving like 2 years ago. Karen, I will need you to make me some more of those enchiladas. So the highlight that I'm gonna use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Amrezy highlight. This was limited edition. Ooh. How are you? I miss you. I miss you. I'm doing all right. I've been way better, but I'm doing okay. And I hope you're doing well. This is probably the weirdest question that I received. Have you ever been called ugly, LOL? Yes, of course I have, by a few different people who hated me. So I don't know if they actually think I'm ugly, or, I mean, I don't think I'm that ugly. I think I'm kind of cute. So I'm gonna use these same concealers to prime my eyes, the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I actually think that it is an amazing eyeshadow primer. I'm just gonna use a little bit, like. How can I get into makeup artistry? So what I did was I just watched YouTube videos over and over and over. Like that was literally how I spent my free time. I learned from Jacqueline Hill, so that's why I love her. One of the reasons why I love her so much, because she literally taught me everything that I fucking know. So I owe it all to Jack. She was a really good teacher. Literally almost every single morning, I lived with my cousin at the time. I would wake up with her, like no matter how early she had to get up for school, I would wake up with her and be like, can I do your makeup? And so I just constantly did makeup on my family, my friends. Like I would do my sister's makeup all the time. So if it's something that you want to pursue, then just work really, really hard at it. You just gotta be dedicated. The first time I ever started charging for makeup, you guys are gonna die, I charged $10. Do not start yourself at any less than like $30. Would you ever consider modeling? You should. You are so beautiful. I don't know how to take compliments most of the time. Most of the time I'm normally just like, thanks. Thank you. Well, thank you so much. And honestly, probably not, because my anxiety. Anxiety. I don't know if I would ever consider doing like serious modeling. Modeling is actually more than just like pretty. Like I've done some photo shoots, but just for like my friends. If you follow me on Instagram, you scroll down a little bit, I posted some pictures from photo shoots that I did, but these people actually like reached out to me and asked me would I want to take photos, so I did. But they can probably vouch for me and say that I was totally fucking awkward and didn't really know what I was doing, so I don't know if I would pursue that. You should definitely follow them. They're all hella talented. Jarvis, Ken, I think his name is Anthony, and JT. Yeah, they're my friends, so support them. The product that I'm gonna use on my brows is the BH Cosmetics Pro Brow Palette. I use it for freelancing, and I use it on myself, so I'm gonna use it on myself right now. I'm gonna like not do my brows on camera because it's really hard. Advice on someone dealing with anxiety. I'm gonna touch on this a lot more later because I have a plan. I'm working on something right now. If you want like some quick fixes for those of you who don't have anxiety, one of the indicators that like you're feeling really anxious or overwhelmed, your chest will feel kind of heavy and feel kind of tight, and you can't really focus on anything, and it's kind of hard to breathe. So like when that happens to me, I'll just like take like maybe 5 to 10 really deep breaths, and it really does help if you try it. I also like constantly chew gum. With anxiety, like your mind is like constantly spinning and thinking about a million different things at once. So chewing gum definitely does help to keep you focused on at least like a couple different things and not like a million things at one time. Also, it helps to like talk about it. Like I come home every single day and talk to my sister about my entire day. What's your biggest insecurity? Why y'all trying to get me in my feelings though? My biggest physical insecurity. See, I feel like y'all are trying to set me up because you're literally asking for my weaknesses. I have a lot. I'm actually like extremely insecure about a lot of different things. Honestly, it's probably my crooked tooth that I'm sure you've all seen by now. I had braces from 6th to 8th grade and my teeth were perfect, but my wisdom teeth grew in and fucked up my whole bottom grill. So okay, I'm skipping over the head assery because y'all are stupid. Would you date a white guy? I think these bitches trying to set me up. Stupid. Now I'm gonna move on to my eye makeup. I'm using the James Charles palette. If you still cancel James Charles, I'm sorry, but I love James Charles and he is no longer canceled in my book. Let's go. I could totally answer a question while I'm doing this. Advice to single moms. Just from my experience, like one of my things is never let anyone try to tell you how to parent. Just being a single mom is one of the hardest jobs in the fucking world. You feel like you're under a microscope. So being a mom in your early 20s or like even a teen mom, people are gonna be watching you and like trying to tell you how to parent your child and like trying to criticize everything that you do. But one of the things that I've learned that is really, really important, at least to me, is especially when you're a younger mom and you're a single mom, you have to have time for yourself. And I've had some people say some really shitty things to me, like based off of assumptions. Yeah, giving yourself time, like having me time, does not make me or you a bad parent. It doesn't mean that you don't love your child. Like, if anything, I think that making sure that you're still maintaining your social life, your friendships, your relationships, giving yourself like a work, mom, and social life balance is key, because you have to like stay healthy up here. Don't get me wrong, like I put my all into my daughter. I am obsessed with my daughter. I love her so much, but I also try to love myself. Like at first, like when I first became a mom, I was like, this girl ain't ever spending the night anywhere away from me until she's like 16. Like my daughter almost every other weekend will go to my dad's house because he lives an hour away, so he doesn't really get to spend a whole lot of time with her. So when he asks me, can he keep her for a weekend? I'll be like, sure, because I know that he loves her. I know that she's being well taken care of. I call her every day that she's gone. Like, you have to take care of yourself to be able to take care of your kid. Like, you have to make sure that you are good, because if you're not good and you're just constantly like running around and trying to make sure you're doing everything perfectly, that's not healthy for you or your baby. So I think that it's really important to give yourself time. Like, yeah, you're a mom and that's the greatest thing you are, but it's not all that you are. How do you deal with people spreading gossip about you? So kind of like I just said, like people who hated me and like wanted to see me fail, they would like come at me with insults based on their assumptions, not insults based on the truth. At this point, gossip is just something that you have to leave in high school, because we're all adults now. Like, I'm way past that. I'm not gonna sit here and try to talk shit about someone and like make someone else feel the same way that I do about someone. Like, it's just childish shit. And I'll admit that in the past, I've definitely like fed in to like the shit that people would say, and like I would post shit and like go off. And I still do that sometimes, because it's kind of hard to just like ignore when people are like saying shit about you that you know isn't true, and like you want so badly to defend yourself and like let everyone know the truth. The most important thing that I learned is that you cannot ever please everyone. So don't live your life as a people pleaser, because that's what I did for like 3 years straight. I was just a people pleaser. Like, as long as you know yourself and you have people in your life who really love you and know the real you, then what people say really doesn't matter, because there's always gonna be somebody who doesn't like something that you're doing, someone who doesn't like you just because they're bitter or like miserable in their own lives. Like, you just gotta let that shit roll off. Like, people are always gonna talk, people are always gonna have their opinions, but your opinion of yourself, the people that you really value, like their opinion of you, that's all that should matter to you. So this same light brown that I put up here, I'm gonna put underneath my lash line. Yeah, we're just gonna go with simplicity on this lovely, rainy, disgusting Wednesday afternoon. I didn't even show you guys the colors that I used. I'm really bad at this. Now I'm gonna use this one and a little bit of this one to warm this up a little bit and smoke it out a little bit. I'm using my Jaclyn Hill brushes. Damn, you really can't see that. It's a Jaclyn Hill brush, I swear. Too Faced new Damn Girl mascara. I love this question, but I don't know how I'm gonna answer it. How did you learn to love yourself? You seem strong as fuck, and I admire that. I love like the type of person that I am. I feel like once you've been through some really hard shit, you learn to naturally empathize with people. I feel like the shit that I've gone through has made me, and continues to make me, a way better person than I ever was. I've never been like a bad person, but I think that until you've like felt real real emotional pain, it's kind of hard for you to like consider everyone's feelings. Like I said earlier, I'm actually like extremely insecure. Like there are a lot of things I hate about myself, but I try to like stay focused on positive things. One of your daily goals should be to just improve who you are on the inside. Like how can you improve your character? I don't know how this just turned into me giving advice. The question was, how did you learn to love yourself? In lamest terms, I don't love myself, but I'm working every day at loving myself. You know, it's a constant struggle, especially being a young female in this generation. There are some days where I have loads of confidence, and then there are a lot of days where I just feel like absolute shit about myself. So the best way to love yourself is just to know that you're doing the best you can. There's no one else like you. You bitch, stop trying to show all my secrets. I'm gonna use this Urban Decay. This is I don't think that this is a color. This is not a color that they sell individually. This is Starfire. I'm gonna put that on my waterline because I feel like that would make a difference. Sometimes when I do this, I get really pissed off that I did it. Yeah, I like that I did this. So the lashes I'm about to use are just some mink lashes that I bought in a multi-pack on Amazon. Hella cute, hella cheap. Okay, so last question. I saved this one for last because it's my favorite one. What's your favorite thing about being a mom? I guess my favorite thing is learning what unconditional love really is, because I guess when you get married, like you vow to love that person unconditionally, which means literally no matter what this person does, you're all in, right? I don't really believe in that. But when it comes to my daughter, like I will always love her more than I love anyone else in my entire life. Because like when you're in your first relationship, or maybe not even your first relationship, like your first like real love, or that you feel like is real love, you might think to yourself, there's nothing that this person could do to change the way that I feel about them. And over time that can definitely change. But I feel like a lot of other moms or parents in general know what I mean when I say the love that I have for her is the purest form of love that I've ever felt. I just stare at her and I'm like, wow, I fucking made that. I made you. She's perfect. So yeah, my favorite thing about being a mom is knowing that I'll always have a person in my life to love, because she is my everything. Y'all are getting me emotional. Y'all are really getting me emotional. She is my life. Fuck! My heart and my soul. You know what else I love? I love, it's scary, but I also love the fact that like whoever she turns out to be is completely like on me and on her dad. Like we are responsible for raising her from like the very beginning. And that's some crazy shit. Like I'm literally responsible for a whole person. And so far, I'm so proud of myself and like so proud of her because she's so smart. Like she's literally such a genius. I couldn't have dreamt her up. So that concludes my video. I already have plans for a future video, and I think that it's gonna be my next video if I can get everything together. So again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys all for the love and support that I received on my first YouTube video. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope this video wasn't too like thrown together. A lot of these questions kind of threw me off, but yeah, there were some pretty deep questions. Didn't mean to like get emotional there, but who the fuck am I kidding? I am a really emotional person, and that's just me, baby. Take it or leave it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.